So guys, I want to welcome everybody to this afternoon sizzle call. Just a quick training on edification. So today's topic, if you got your pen and paper, I want you guys to write down the power of edification. The power of edification. And once you've written that down, just drop the number 1 in the chat box because it lets me know that you're ready to rock and roll. The power of edification. Right? So once you got that, drop a 1 in the chat box so that I know that you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, perfect, family. Let's go ahead and get to the bag. So listen, let me give you the definition of edification. You know that we're big on words because words create your world. So let's talk about the word edification first. Before we can do something, we got to understand something. So number 1, let's talk about edification. Edification, by definition, is enlightenment, especially when morally or spiritually uplifting. Let's talk edification. That means enlightening, especially when morally or spiritually uplifting. So when I'm edifying something or someone, I'm enlightening it, right? I'm morally or spiritually lifting it up. So I'm giving it some glow. I'm giving it some praise. I'm giving it some attention. I'm celebrating when I'm edifying something or someone. I'm celebrating it. I'm praising it. I'm giving props where props is due because I'm spiritually uplifting it morally and I'm enlightening it. So the power of edification can uplift your business through the power of leverage and help you smash new ranks. Edification is actually a skill. And it's a skill you need to master at Platinum 600 to go to P1000. See, we talked about how to go Platinum 150 today, but what you have to understand, edification will take you to P150 to Chairman 750. As a Platinum 600, you got to master edification. So what does that mean? That means instead of being the message, you got to be the messenger. Instead of you giving the message, you got to learn how to be the messenger. I remember back in ancient times, they will send a messenger. Even at times of war and at times of peace. They would send somebody on behalf of the king to give somebody a message. Are you with me? So with edification, you got to learn how to be the messenger, not the message. You're not the deal. You're not $7.3 trillion a day. It's not about you. It's not about your past, what you've been through. It's not about how much money you make, what's your credit score. It's not about you. It's about the message. So in order to deliver the proper message, you got to spiritually uplift it, morally, and you got to provide some enlightenment. Now, what you have to understand about edification, it's about what we can teach, because what you can teach will duplicate, and what you duplicate leads to momentum. Let me spin the block. What you can teach will duplicate. If it don't duplicate, it doesn't work. So we got to teach edification. We got to teach morally and spiritually uplifting others. We got to teach enlightenment. How do we teach it? Through our example. As a leader, we lead through edification. We got to become edification. We got to teach and train on edification. It's a skill. Why do we want to do this? Because teaching leads to duplication, and duplication leads to momentum. We got to get it down. Now, the next step, we got to understand edification builds trust. I'm going to get this value out, then I'm going to give you some examples. Why do we want to edify? Because it builds trust. Because remember, some of us are sponsoring machines. We're meeting people off social media who you don't have an idea, you never met in your life. You're putting them on Zoom calls. You're getting them to events. You're getting them on launch calls. but there's no relationship. This is why we got to leverage the power of edification. Are you with me? And it only takes 30 seconds. So edification builds trust. Let me give you an example. Let me show you one of my mentors. So it just hit me. Come on, God, talk to me today. Let me go here with it. Let's go to YouTube with it. Let's do Malcolm. Okay, let's do Malcolm. Cool. Yeah. Let me know if you guys can. Let me see. Audio on. Okay. Is this playing? Let me know if this stopped us from stealing. Oh, is it playing? Can you guys hear it? Is it playing? It's low. Okay. Okay, it's keep taking me out of YouTube. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, somebody says I hear it all. I hear it a little. Okay. Try to turn it up, family. Okay, so if not, if you guys can't hear it, screenshot it. Okay, I'm on it. Is it playing, D? Drop it in the chat box, D. Go back. Okay, it keep taking me out, D, so I don't know if it's going. Yeah, keep taking me out. Okay, guys, I want y'all to screenshot this real quick for me. Malcolm X on what Elijah Muhammad has done. It's just a 2-minute video, but let me break it down. I'll try to give you guys some sauce. Just screenshot it for me, and we're gonna dive into it. So listen, let's move forward from there. So listen, when I first looked into edification, I seen Malcolm X and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Right, I studied some great leaders in our past: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. And when I noticed about Malcolm X, every time he got ready to speak, before he got started, he will always give props to Elijah Muhammad. He'll come up there and he'll talk to the Nation of Islam and say, "Hey, listen, guys, before I get started, I want to turn it over to my mentor. I want to turn it over to somebody I got a tremendous amount of respect for. I want to turn it over to the Elijahable, minister, Elijah Muhammad. He edified him. He spiritually uplifted him, morally, spiritually, and he really enlightened him. He gave him a lot of credit for the Nation of Islam, changing a lot of the communities in our Black communities. Right? The Nation of Islam, they stopped eating pork. They stayed away from cursing. Right? They stayed away from breaking and entering law, like keeping the law as long as we were peaceful, as long as we were respected as individuals. So he gave Elijah Muhammad a lot of credit, but whenever Elijah Muhammad would speak, he will always turn it back to his best student, Malcolm X. I want to give it back. He'll tell you, I want to give it back to one of my top students, one of my best students, Brother Malcolm X. So what happens in front of the Nation of Islam, the audience, the credibility for Malcolm X is to the next level because the leader and the mentor is edifying one of the best students. Are you with me? So this 2-man game, this pick and roll that they did ran a large ministry. It created respect through a large organization all throughout the United States, all throughout the Nation of Islam, all over the world. So there's power in edification. So how do we translate this power when you're building your ministry, AKA your business? How do we transition that same power? Here's what we do. Right after a presentation, you have guests on the call. Right after the call, you want to get your guests in front of your mentor. Now, you don't want to call your guests and ask permission to get them on a call with your mentor. You just want to first free up the time with your mentor. Before the call or on the call, you need to let your mentor know, hey, mentor, I have 3 guests on this call, confirmed, and right after, I want to do some calls. Perfect. Your mentor secures the time right after the Zoom, the event, and they're here for the close. So right after the call, you want to call your mentor first. Call your mentor first and have them on the line, and then you want to call your prospect. So once you call your prospect, right? Once they pick up the phone, you're clicking your mentor in. We're not going to speak to our prospect, until our mentor is on the call, until the lines are merged. I do not want to have a conversation with my prospect until my mentor can hear it all. So right after the Zoom, I call my mentor. Hey, you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Perfect. Let me call my prospect. His name is Jim. Now, what you want to do, being a great mentee, is you want to give your mentor just a brief explanation of who he's about to close. Give me a little homework. Give me a little rapport so that I can really get in my bag and speak right to their pain, their needs, and who they are. So you can tell me, hey, T, I got Jim on a call, and Jim is an athlete. He's currently in college, right? He's very progressive. And here is his goals for the year. Perfect. That gives me 30 seconds to know that I'm dealing with a college student. So it tells me what type of budget they may be on. It tells me where they at in life. It tells me an age window of how I need to articulate the deal. So now I'm ready to go to war because now I'm prepared for battle. We got our homework done. We've been watching film. We've been watching the tape. So now I'm ready to get on the 3-way call. So once you click Jim in, I'm already prepared. So now this is what you do. Once Jim picks up the phone with excitement, because this is always high energy creates high income. Because you got to turn it over to your mentor and you got to throw a good alley-oop. So you want to create excitement. Hey, Jim, how you feeling? Man, I'm feeling amazing, T. Perfect. Listen, was you able to hear and see everything okay? Yes, I was. Cool. Listen, I actually got my mentor on the call. You asked him one question. Were you able to see and hear everything okay? Yes. Perfect. I actually got my mentor on the call. We're not asking, we're telling. I actually got my mentor on the call. Hey, Jim, I want to introduce you to T. Now, what you want to do with this edification is you want to try your hardest to tell a story. You want to talk about this mentor like they the best thing is to slice bread. Why? Because the close is on the line. The closing starts with, right, with your energy. The closing starts with the alley-oop. I can't slam dunk nothing if the pass is off. If you throw it all over the backboard, I can't go get that. But if you take your time, give me a great pass, now I'm situated, now I'm ready to put the ball in the basket. So you throw me the oop, high energy. Hey, Jim, I want to introduce you to my mentor, my success coach. He's somebody I have, number one, a tremendous amount of respect for. You can use this. Number one, I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. Number two, he knows 100% of the information. Number three, he's very successful. Number four, he loves helping people. Okay? I want to introduce you to my mentor, aka my success coach. He knows 100% of the information. Are you with me? Number two, he loves helping people. Number three, he's very successful. Number four, he has a heart of gold. Are you with me? So these are 4 things that you want to lay down as we edify. Now, when you get good, it's because you built a real life relationship with your mentor and you could tell stories. Why? Because stories sell and facts tell. So you want to tell stories. You want to be story driven because we want to sell them on a story. We want to sell them on experience. Hey, Jim, listen. There was a time where T literally went from rags to riches. I remember following this brother 8 years ago when he was dropping out of college. It's funny that Jim is in college right now. I remember 8 years ago hearing this story when he dropped out of college, couldn't afford it, couldn't afford his student loans. He wanted different in his life. And Jim from there, man, really walking out of college, things broke down in his life. Got his car repossessed, right? His family turned their back on him. People doubted him. He didn't have a lot of success initially on starting out. But Jim, let me tell you, over the course of 6 years, T was able to turn it around. T was able to build large organizations, make multiple six figures in the industry, become an author, a speaker, and right now this year we'll be impacting 5,000 people in our community, already making thousands of dollars out the market trading a day. Y'all hear that? Yeah. Do y'all see? If you feel how that story just hit, drop a 7 in the chat box. Do you see the difference between a story and just regular edification? Do y'all see the difference? Drop a 7 if you can recognize the difference. This is the sauce. Because listen, when you get people on a three-way call, we coming to close. We're not getting off the call until they sign up. We're not getting off the call until they sign up. So we're coming to close. This is what's going to get you to chairman, your storytelling and your ability to edify your leaders, your mentors, the platform. So now that I told this story, I edify T. Jim is in a state of awe. It's relatable. See, in order to have influence on people, you got to first relate to people. Write that down as a major key. In order for me to influence you, I got to relate to you. So now, I just told Jim, Jim's in college. Remember, I just told him, T was a broke, starving college kid. He didn't know how he was going to get through college. He ended up dropping out 6 times. It's the truth. So now it's relatable. Now, after I'm done edifying my mentor, you want to spin the block. You want to come back and edify your prospect. Why? Because most people never got praised since they walked across graduation in high school. A lot of people haven't praised your name since you walked across high school stage and got your diploma. So you got to understand, with praise, grown men, they'll kill for it, and babies, they cry for it. Recognition. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to edify Jim. Hey, T, I want to introduce you to my good friend, my best friend, Jim. Now, T, Jim is somebody that's hardworking. I mean, in college, he has a full load, but he has balance because he also is an amazing a father. He had a son in college. He's also a great he got married early. He's also a great husband in college. Right? He's a man of his word. And this year, he's graduating. But right now, this year, he's ready to get in his bag and accelerate all his goals. T, are you there? Yes, I'm here. Perfect. Jim, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. T, this is Jim. Jim, this is T. Here's the most important part. You go on mute. You have to go on mute. We don't need your 2 cents no more. You got to understand that. We don't need the 2 cents no more. Why? Because you're going to overcook the grits. Don't get your mentor on the call and cut him off. Don't get your mentor on the call. Listen, if you can close them by yourself, then why you got your mentor on the call in the first place? So you have to go on mute. That's the key to this. Go on mute and let your mentor get on the stove and start cooking. That's why you're the messenger, not the message. You didn't even do the presentation. You leverage that. So once you leverage the close, and anybody can do this. So now you throw the edification, you go on mute, and you let your mentor close. What are you doing once your mentor starts talking? You're listening. This is not the time for you to be distracted. I'm moving over here. Oh, I'm doing this over here. I'm texting this person. I'm checking my trades. No, you got to listen. Why? Because this is practice. Why? Because you're going to be the closer one day. And if you're not listening to your mentor, you're not going to be prepared when there's thousands of students on the Zoom and we need your effort to close some students out. It's not for your organization. It's not about you. It's about the whole team. You may need some sideline help. Somebody might need to call you that's in on another leg, that's in another organization, that's in our team. And you got to be able to step up and say, I got your three-way. Put me on the call. Let's run this. But if you're not listening, you can't learn. If you're not listening to how to verbiage, how to language, the conversation, you can't learn. So you got to edify. You got to create that credibility. Now, see, what you have to understand is you have a relationship with the prospect. And the whole purpose of edification is creating a relationship with the prospect and your mentor. The whole purpose of edification in 30 seconds to a minute is creating that edification, that relationship for your prospect and your mentor. Now, when you have a great mentor, what they're going to do is before they start talking to Jim, they're going to edify you. They're going to bring it back to you. We're going to run the Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad play. So now that you said, this is my success coach, this is my mentor, Jim, this is T. T got to say, hey, this is my best student. I don't care. Listen, I had Antonio signed up yesterday. You wouldn't know the way I edified him. He signed up yesterday, put me on a three-way call. You wouldn't know if he signed up yesterday the way I'm about to edify him. See, some of y'all think that somebody got to be in the business 5 years. No. You can still edify somebody that got started 30 minutes ago. So here's how I edify the new student. Hey, before I get started, I want to give it back to Antonio. Jim, how you doing, Jim? Oh, I'm doing good, T. Perfect. Listen, before I get started, I want to give it back to Antonio. Antonio is somebody I got a tremendous amount of respect for. Antonio is somebody that's blazing a trail, already an entrepreneur, man of his word, loves helping people, and loves to bring the success out of everyday individuals. Man, I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed, Jim, because ever since he's been a part of our community, I've been inspired to do more, have more, and take things to a whole nother level. I really appreciate brothers like Antonio. Now, this is Jim. Antonio is Jim's best friend. And all Jim know about Antonio is that he drinks, he smokes, he used to work at Burger King, all his relationships didn't work out, and you know, he petty. That's the past. That's the past, Antonio. But see, because I just edified him in such a way, Jim now has to show respect. Dang, is this my same best friend? This can't be the same Jim I went to school with. This can't be the same Jim that worked at Burger King. Are you with me? So when you drop that type of edification, now your prospect is looking at you different. Your prospect is looking at you different. Now he can take you serious because it might have took you dragging him through the wood to get him on the call. You know what? It took him so long to get on the call because he know your background. And as long as you make it about you, he's looking at the opportunity through you because people don't join companies, they join people. That's why you got to hurry up and take it off of you. I know somebody that's teaching this class. My mentor is teaching this class. My $1 Million Success Coach is teaching this class. So I'm story driven. I'm giving credibility. I'm relating to give influence. I'm make sure both parties are edified, and then I'm going on mute. Okay? I'm going on mute. Are you with me? So you got to make sure you get out the way and let your mentors do the thing. Okay? Now, how do we close out? Now, as your mentor is closing out, right? I'm going to train on closing at another date. Stay tuned for it. But let's just say now your mentor is closing out. Okay? Now, at the end of the close, I want y'all to write this down. Do not get off the phone until that person is signed up. So if I'm the mentor, I'm telling Antonio, listen, team, y'all have to have y'all link ready to sign people up. This ain't the time to be scrolling through. All right, go ahead and send your link over. The link, okay, give me 1 second. You got to log into your back office. You got to scroll in. You got to copy this. Listen, you're going to mess up the vibe on the call. If you're not prepared, you're going to mess up the vibe, the energy. You're going to turn the party off. You're going to mess up the party because you weren't prepared. So then you create an awkward silence. Now your mentor got to say something because you're not prepared. Hey, so how's the weather today? Because now I got to give you some time to shuffle and go get your link. We don't want to be shuffling on the way to chairman. We're not doing the Cupid shuffle on the way to chairman. We got to be prepared. So you got to have your link. When you sign somebody up, walk them through getting their link and putting it in their notes day one, so that it's not a problem when it's time to launch and get people signed up. So now I'm telling Antonio, now that he has the link, hey, Antonio, go ahead and send Jim over the enrollment link. Cool, let's play ball. All right, coach, I'm sending it over now. Okay, okay, Antonio. Hey, Jim, let me know when you received it. I'm going to stay on the line just to make sure I can support you and you're good. Mentors, why do you want to stay on the line? Because you got new students that don't know how to close yet. Don't get off the phone until that sign up is going through. It's not going to hurt you 2 minutes to stay on the call to secure the bag for your leader and for that prospect's future and for your legacy. So don't get off the call until they're solid and signing up. So, Jim, okay, perfect. Antonio's going to send over the enrollment link. Let me know when you got it. Okay, T, I'm sending it over now. Okay, cool. And then here comes Jim. Okay, I got it. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the enrollment steps. Not my mentee. Me. I'm the mentor. Why? Because he got a lot of credibility for me, and he don't know me. See, my mentee, he going to say, hey, listen, I'm out right now. Can I do it when I get home? No, you can't do it when you get home. Are you with me? Hey, Ma, as soon as I get off the call, hey, Antonio, I'm going to call you back. My baby mama called me on the line. No. No baby mama right now. Hey, I got it. No, we're not doing that. I'm on the call with you, so I'm about to see through it that you locked in now. Okay, perfect. So do you see where it says FRX? Yeah, I see it. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and click on Forex, and then scroll down to the bottom and click on Continue. Now, as he's doing that, I'm celebrating him. Why? Because I'm keeping it lit. I'm keeping it rocking. Okay, I just hit Continue. Okay, great job, Jim. Perfect, great job. Now, on the second page, you're going to see where it says, check the box to make sure Antonio is your enroller. You see that? Yeah, I see it. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and check that box and then scroll down and let's go ahead and proceed to the next page. Okay, I've done that. Great job, Jim. Amazing. We're knocking this right on out. We'll get you straight to the bag. Now, next page. Okay, Jim. So I'm going to ask you for your student enrollment information. No personal information, no social security, none things like that. We just want to set up your user profile because this is what you're going to be using to access our $1 billion education. Okay, cool. Starts putting his first name in, his last name in. Now, here's what I say to keep him rocking and rolling, because now I don't want him to stop and think about this $200, this $300 he's about to spend. Hey, Jim, listen. On this page, when you put your enrollment information in, make sure you use a good email address that you frequently check. I'm just buying some time. Why am I saying that? Because I want him to keep knowing that this is solid, this is lit. Hey, so yeah, the company sends out updates and platforms regarding the information regarding the platform that you want to make sure you have access to, right? They're going to send updates, and you want to make sure you have an email address that you frequently check. Okay, Jim? Okay, cool, perfect. Now, let's talk about your username and password. Hey, Jim, what I like to use is my first and last name. My username is T. Smith. Guys, you can get all creative and all that stuff, cool, but keep it simple so they can remember. They're about to be signing people up. Right now, your password. Hey, Jim, go ahead in your notes, write your username and password down. Right after you put it in, go ahead and copy that to your notes. You have no idea how many people call me. Hey, I forgot my password. Hey, I forgot my username. Come on, we got to make sure they got that, because we don't want to answer those questions down the road. Perfect. You got it all set? Cool. Now go ahead and hit proceed. Okay, I'm on the payment page. Okay, now it says $235. It's in red lights. Bing, Bing, bing. Hey, okay, perfect. So this is the part where you just want to put in your payment information. Now, let me tell you, Jim, this company is big on fraudulent activities. We want to protect your name, we want to protect your business and the integrity of the company. So you want to make sure that you use a Visa or MasterCard and that you put your first name, middle initial, same as it is on your card as it is inside of the box. You got it, Jim? Okay, I got it. Cool. So what card are you using today? Oh, I'm using a Visa. Perfect. He put it in. Bing, bing, bing. Now, at this part, I don't do prices on our presentation. So this part, he might say, what's this 175 for? Great question, Jim. Listen, don't buckle at the knees. It's cool because we still got to walk them through. We still edifying the platform. Edification is for someone or something. So I'm going to morally, spiritually enlighten Jim on the platform. So listen, Jim, yes, that is our monthly tuition. See, what I love about this platform is you get access to this $1 billion education for a small monthly tuition. It's just about $5 a day, but then I automatically give him a solution. So Jim, what you can do is you can take this monthly tuition of $5 a day, you can take it out your profits, or we can help you get a free scholarship. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, perfect. So yeah, and then you drive them back to filling out the information. So yeah, once you get all started and everything, the next thing we're gonna do is blah, blah, blah. Get your brokers account get set up. So now he's signing things out. I'm still on the call. I'm waiting for it to proceed. Then he goes to the checkout page. What does he say? Hey, it says it can take up to 2 hours. Congratulations. You start the celebration. Congratulations, Jim. Welcome to the family. Right? Hey, what Antonio's going to walk you through next, right, is number one, downloading the apps, getting you into the Telegram, teaching you, setting up your brokers account, and then teaching you how to copy, paste, and profit. That's what I'm telling Jim. I'm giving him a checklist, but I'm also telling Antonio so he can hear it again. Hey, Jim, this is what he's going to do, but I'm really talking to Antonio. He a new student. I'm really telling Antonio again. So, Jim, this is what Antonio's going to do. I'm really talking to Antonio. Hey, listen, the next thing we're going to do, because I'm going to hop off and help some other students, but I just want to welcome you to the community. But here's what Antonio's going to do. He's going to help you download these apps, add you into the Telegram, help you set up your brokers account, and teach you how to copy, paste, and profit. Hey, Jim, do you have any more questions for me? Or you think more so once we get you started making money every day? Perfect. And team, that's the edification. This is how we edify. So it's a process of give and take, giving the oops, giving it back to your mentor, right? Going back and forth and making sure the value is giving from your upline to your downline. Are you guys with me? So real quick, what I want to do is that's the power of edification. That's how we edify the three-way call. You can also edify the Zoom link, the presentation, the event. You tell stories, guys. So what I want to do, I'm going to stop recording so I can put this on YouTube and get it right back out there. But I want to answer some questions. There may be some questions right now that you guys